What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Video Game Fry School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember when I told y'all that, these PC games, PlayStation games on PC, are going to be a thing, and most PC players, they appreciate a good game when it shows up on the platform. Right now, the conversation about Ghost of Tsushima is very interesting. I guess, Xbox is always making the headlines. Xbox can't get out of the headlines. You see a thing that we can celebrate a wonderful game. By the way, I own this game on PlayStation. I bought this game on PS4. I played it, one of my favorite games. 30 FPS, wonderful game. I have the opportunity to be able to play it at, 4K, whatever it is, but I'm not really, right now anyways in the frame of mind to play the game again. There's just no time. I'm working on other projects and such, but it's very interesting to see a few things, and I wanted to highlight them in this video because it's a contrast. Ghost of Tsushima right now, well, according to the report at this time, somebody took a screenshot, about 51,000 people in game. This is actually very good. It's one of those things where we can basically celebrate the fact that another community is getting to experience a game like this. If we go and look up SteamDB, that's where we can basically see what's going on. We can basically check what's, what those numbers look like this evening. I guess maybe I'm not going to see anything because there's no space in between that. Hold on, let me go ahead and put some space so we can actually get some live numbers. Director's cut, 48,706 hasn't really changed so much. And this percentage usually, what I've seen is that percentage is like 10% of how many people who actually have purchased the game. But again, it could be, this number could also be misleading. But at the end of the day, we give it some time and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully when the game comes to a good price, I'll be able to get it. I have a PSN account, so that's not a big deal for me. That was first the big query that, you couldn't play it on other, from other countries and such. It's unfortunate. I'm thinking PlayStation will probably learn a little bit more from the Helldivers fiasco and possibly, adapt very well to the PC market. But it seems like these regions don't necessarily make them a lot of money anyways, so they don't really care. That's basically what I chalk it up to. And so with these numbers, it starts to tell us that perhaps PlayStation has a huge opportunity here in the gaming community. I mean, think about it. For the most part, they've decided that they were going to go with this exclusivity thing, but their consoles have not necessarily moved very heavily. There have not necessarily been a lot of games to move the consoles, when you actually think about what's going on. And at the end of the day, they need to basically go out there and sell software. Sony is a software company as well as it is a hardware company. It's something that it cannot divorce itself from, seeing that it's been able to pretty much go out there and make a huge number of these games. Very, very interesting games, very expensive games too. Why not take the opportunity to make money? Why not take the opportunity to be able to sell these games and to be able to bring them to a broader audience so that they're not hamstrung? Because this game, everybody knows that this game is probably one of, Sony's best or PlayStation's best titles. And so it's a nice thing that it's actually making its way to PC. The one thing I will say, though, from the side of someone who's on PC is, those of you who are actually thinking about coming to PC, again, this is kind of one of those things where there's nothing really stopping you. You're not really missing out anymore because you're on a platform that is very formidable. It's the last battleground for both publishers to actually iron all their little competitive desires out, and you will be the benefactor of all of it. In the case of Xbox, they're basically reaping the rewards immediately up front. They're straight up going in and making the money. They dropped Starfield, a game that had so much criticism, was one of the top selling games on Steam in the year that it came out, and it came out in September. If you think about it, imagine if Ghost of Tsushima had come to PC around 2019. That will be 5 years of accumulated sales. For a game of this nature, we're looking at least 10 to 12 million copies on PC. It's not a big thing. Helldivers ate at least 6 million copies from PC players. I mean, who's to say that Ghost of Tsushima could not easily double that had the game had been on the PC platform a while back? So these are the things that we're talking about. Some people have said, well, this actually loses Sony. It doesn't lose Sony anything. It actually makes them more money because Every console that somebody buys in the Sony ecosystem is subsidized hardware. They lose money on it for the most part, or they make no money on it with the proposition that you will probably buy enough games or spend enough money there. Whereas with the software purchase, there is no barrier. They straight make that money clean, pay whoever they want to pay, or keep all the money to themselves, and they're out. That's pretty much how they do it. On the PC platform, they could go ahead and make their own launcher if they wanted to. This is something that a lot of people are not considering. They keep saying, well, you know, Steam takes 30%. Rockstar has their own launcher. Larian has their own launcher. 2K Games has their own launcher. Ubisoft has their own launcher. So if Sony wanted to, as big as they are, they could get their own launcher. And to be honest, if they give people the option to buy it on their launcher or to buy it on Steam, people will take whichever option is best for them. So think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very interesting, you know, competitive market that we're seeing. And I'm here cheering Sony, you know, PlayStation, bring these games to PC, make money, compete. Because you don't want, you know, Xbox to run free with the best value proposition out there. And so I think this is a very good thing, and I think it really will balance out what we're seeing in terms of the competitive edge with Ghost of Tsushima making its way to PC. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. You know, I know some people, I've seen some people say, oh, this is actually not good. This is a bad, man, stop. Peace out.